All right, I want to try something new. I'm trying to get canceled tonight, so I wore my America Let's Get Canceled t-shirt, being super patriotic. I just want to start off before I go into this stuff that I have, that how happy do you think Hitler is that Jeffrey Epstein is now like the new ultimate diss that you could call someone? Like everyone calls Trump Hitler all the time, but he's like, at least I'm not fucking Jeffrey Epstein. So like that's kind of not a bad thing anymore. So if you had a time machine, would you go back and kill Hitler, or would you go back and kill Jeffrey Epstein? Kind of like that's the new, like, I guess, conundrum. So just wanted to say that there. So wanted to start with kind of like tired of all this like feminism shit and like all like the women can do shit better and this like men versus women bullshit, because I feel like women are just like Monday morning quarterbacking it because like they get all the benefits of like all of human civilization. So I wanted to kind of run it backwards and just like, let's see what would have happened if women were in charge of all this stuff. So like 10,000 years ago, you think it would have went over well if Karen asked for the saber-toothed tiger's manager? Like, I just don't think that would have landed. Or Jessica complaining that they're not vegan. Small children are organic and vegan if you're a walrus cat. So just throwing that out there. I think like trying to like also like building like architecture and stuff, like, you know, all the great architecture, the ancient wonders of the world. Have you ever tried to like rearrange your kitchen or your furniture with your mother-in-law and your wife? It would take literally like 700 years to build something that would take 15 minutes. Let me see here. So I also feel like wouldn't have had wanted posters back then, you know, like it's like a HIPAA violation because you can't have like all those like protected health information together. Like the face, unique identifiers, their last known location, you know, Billy the Kid's hideout kind of thing. Like, and then I imagine like executioners, that wouldn't have gone well because they'd have like OSHA regulations. They'd have to put like the bib on, get like the goggles on their head, you know, go out there, make sure the axe is like regulation size and everything. It would just be like a mess. And then I feel like, oh yeah, so literally, actually, or like literally figuratively would have been like a huge thing for like all of like civilization as well. Like there's literally a million guys coming to like invade the castle. Like literally, actually, or literally figuratively. Because if it's literally figuratively, that's the Great Brigade, and you better go find a bear in the woods, because that's not going to end well for anybody. And then sports, let's be honest, no one wants to watch the WNBA. No one's definitely going to want to watch people playing with like decapitated heads of dictators to like invent dodgeball. And then the last one I got for this is would be like, how many women would it take to screw in like a light bulb? You know, just a take on that. It depends on if Jessica's an Aquarius or not, because I'm a Virgo and they wouldn't get along and it would take too long to communicate. The communication's terrible. So I just thought that was kind of funny. And then that is all I have for that. Honestly, went through that quicker than I thought I would. I guess that's it for now. I don't know what time it's at right now. It probably went there pretty quick. If I can switch over, I can pivot real quick. What time do I got?
You're at 3 minutes.
3? Okay, yeah, I went through that quick as heck. All right, let me see here. I'm trying to slow down and like pace myself better, but I feel like I still went through that way too quick. Honestly, I am...
Dude, Marty.
What?
Do the hot dog.
The hot dog? No, I don't want to do that one again. I can practice that. Forget that one. Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry. So I am a super nerd. I just found my one right now. I gotta like make my notes more organized. It's probably with ADD. So I'm a super nerd, and I was always like in the closet my whole life, but I was in the closet for a different reason, and that's why I was always friends with like all the gay kids and stuff, because I had to keep their secret and I had to keep my secret, because I played Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and all those kinds of things. And then I'm just upset now that like being a nerd is cool. And like when I was in high school, being a nerd wasn't cool and it didn't get me laid. And now like Henry Cavill, the guy that plays Superman, is a Warhammer 40K fan. And he was on like the Graham Norton show and they're talking about Warhammer 40K. Like, let that nerd sentence sink in. Superman plays Warhammer 40K. Do you know how much pussy I could have got in high school if people knew that? Post Malone plays Magic the Gathering. Like one of the most famous like singers out there is also a super nerd. So I'm just kind of like upset about the fact that I didn't get a benefit from all that nerdom my whole life, and I just had to like deal with that. And then that'll be my time. Thanks.
You still have 2 minutes.
I know, I'm just gonna...
Talk about how expensive it is.
just offered the.
How expensive?
I'm just kidding. You're good. You're good.
How expensive is magic though?
Oh yeah.